Hey everyone, it's Carrie coming to you from our new home here in Central Texas. So it's been about 5 months since I last filmed a video for YouTube. So I wanted to get back on today and bring you another video from home. We're getting settled in here now. Things are kind of falling into a routine. So I was thinking I should get back into producing some videos for you all. So today I wanted to do a chair yoga video for you. We'll start seated. You won't need any special props. The only thing you'll need is just a nice sturdy chair, possibly a yoga mat if you're on a slippery surface, and that's it. So let's get started. All right, sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna find our comfortable seat in our chair, feet firmly planted on the floor, on the mat, shoulders up and down the back, spine nice and long. Maybe we start to close our eyes. Just let our arms rest wherever they feel comfortable. So just starting to tune into the natural rhythm of our breath here. Of course, not trying to change anything about the breath. Just allowing it to flow freely and just observing the way that our body moves as we breathe in and as we breathe out. As we're moving through our practice today, we want to make sure that we're always allowing our breath to flow in a way that feels natural to us. So we don't want to be straining or restricting the breath. Always trying to match our movements to our own natural breath and rhythm. And that might mean that you move through various postures at a different speed than what I'll do. And just know that that's totally normal, totally okay. Always move at your own pace. Let's take a couple more deep breaths here, growing a little taller through the spine. Imagine the crown of the head lengthening towards the sky. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, just allow your chin to slowly release down towards the chest. And now here, we'll take a couple deep breaths into the back of the neck. Keep relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears as you breathe. And then carefully roll over to one side, letting the ear drop towards the shoulder. Eyes can be open or closed here. Letting the weight of the head gently open up the side of the neck, the top of the shoulder. And then we'll slowly switch to the other side, gently rolling through center and then taking it over. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then again, return to center. And slowly bring your head back up to neutral. Good, now we'll move into our hands a little bit. So let's just start to open and close. Starting to stretch into the fingers. We start to wiggle. And then maybe start to tap each finger to the thumb. Just moving back and forth. Good, and shake that up. We'll send our arms out in front of us. We're just gonna start to tap our shoulder and then release our hands forward, starting to get into the elbow joint a little bit. as well as the wrists. Starting to warm up our shoulders a little bit as well. Good. Remember to keep breathing here. And this movement can be really slow and gentle, or you can do it a little faster. Good, one more. Good, and then let's relax. Roll the shoulders and shake that out. Good, from here we'll take our arms up overhead, big breath in, and then bring the palms together, exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Good, from here we're just going to start to open up each side of the body. So we're just going to be pulling our elbow back and then bringing it back to center. So pulling our elbow back and then bringing that hand to center. And you can start on whichever side you like. Again, moving at a pace that feels comfortable for you. Really focusing on the back body here. So feeling that shoulder blade working as it pulls your arm back. Muscles in the back helping you to pull that elbow back in space. Still sitting up nice and tall. And then one more on this side. Go ahead, and now we'll switch. So to pull the elbow back on the other side. Good, let's do two more on this side. And now we're gonna do both. So we're opening both arms up, really starting to open up the front of the body here as we squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just to pull our arms back. Keep finding your breath. We'll do two more. And last one. Good, hands come back to center. Take a breath. Good, from here we're gonna send our arms straight out in front of us, let our palms separate here. We're just gonna start to move our arms out to the side and then back to center. Same thing, move at your own pace. So you can go faster than what I'm doing, you can move slower than what I'm doing. As the palms come in, they stay facing in towards center, all the way through the motion. Good, let's do one more like that. Good, now we're gonna flip the palms down, same thing. Keep moving. You might start to feel that work in the shoulders. Good, couple more here. Beautiful, now same thing, flipping palms up. Palms to the sky, moving in and out, keeping our spine nice and long. Shoulders down away from the ears. Let's go for two more. Good, bring the hands back down. We'll take a gentle forward fold here. So maybe widen the feet up just a little bit. Let the chest start to fold forward. Keep the spine long. Maybe gazing down towards the floor. Slightly tucking the chin to help you lengthen your neck. Again, keep pulling the shoulders down to the back. And maybe each time you exhale, you feel yourself soften into the fold a little bit more. Good, gently roll or press yourself straight back up to a nice tall spine. Maybe you walk the feet back in a little bit. Good. Now from here, we're going to extend both arms back out in front of us. This time our palms are going to be facing forward. We're going to start to find a circular motion with our hands. We're just going to be taking our hands, circling back, and then pressing it forward. So we're circling back and then pressing forward. Work with your own range of motion, and only if this feels good. So keep going. Another option here would just to be finding some little circles with the fingertips on the shoulder here. Yeah, and we'll do a couple more. And last one. Good, and then we'll switch sides. Last one. Good. Send the arms out. And then let them relax down. Shake that out. Very nice. And maybe do a couple shoulder rolls back. And a couple going forward. Very nice, good. We'll move into the legs just a little bit. So maybe sitting slightly forward in your chair. Lifting one leg up. And just start to find some circles here. So imagine that we're drawing a circle with our heel. The foot is flexed. We're still sitting up nice and tall, trying not to slouch, keeping our spine nice and long. You don't have to have that knee lifted too high here. Just enough so that we can find that rotation and maybe switch directions here. Yeah, and then we're going to take that leg in and out, and you can do this with or without the support of your hands. So hands can be supportive or hands could be at the hips. Good, last time, and then we'll pull that knee in and maybe you see if you can grab either the front of the shin or keep holding at the back of the thigh. And if you want to stretch into the ankle a little bit here, this is a great time to do that. And maybe work into the toes a little bit. Good, and then keep holding onto that leg and see if you can find the rotation in the hip joint now. So maybe start by circling that leg outward. And then maybe do a few inward. Good, place that foot down, extend it out long, take a deep breath in, and then gently fold forward, keeping the spine nice and long. Using the hands for support here. See if you can keep the front foot active, keeping the flex there. Hi, Tucker. I think Tucker wishes he could join in. Good, big breath in to come up, and we'll pull that leg right along with us. And we'll take it to the other side. So again, using the hands for some support, we'll just start to draw those circles with our heel. Flexing the foot gently. And when you feel ready to, maybe change the direction of those circles. And then we'll take the leg in and out. Just bending and straightening that leg gently. And then we'll hold, see if we can pull that knee in again, lengthen up through the spine, grow tall. Maybe stretch into the ankle. And maybe take it into the toes. Good, now from here, we'll find those circles through the hip. Again, move nice and slow. Finding a range of motion that works well with your own body. Remember, we want no pain during our yoga practice. And maybe we switch directions. Are you feeling it in your hip? I know I am. Good, let's do one more. Very nice, and send that leg up nice and long. Sit up tall, big breath in. And then fold on your exhale breath, bringing the chest forward. Keep lengthening and extending out through the crown of the head. The hands can rest wherever they feel comfortable, on the knee, on the shin. If you're very flexible, maybe the fingertips come down to the floor to blocks. Two more deep breaths here. Good, big breath in to come up, walk those hands, bring that knee along. Take a moment, close your eyes, breathe here. Giving ourselves a second to check in with our breath before we move on to a little abdominal work. And as you're ready, let's open the eyes once again. Very nice, good. So we're still sitting firmly on our chair, but we're maybe slightly forward so that we have a little space between our back and the back of our chair. So we have a little bit of room to lean here. So remember, as we lean back, we want to feel the front of our body working. So these front abdominal muscles start to activate as we lean back. And we only want to lean back so far as we can without letting our back collapse. So we don't want to get that rounding, collapsing in the back here. We want to stay nice and straight and long. So maybe we're just leaning back a little bit. And we can use our hands here to kind of help us find that spot where we feel our abs working, but our back is nice and straight. And then from here, we're going to see if we can send our arms out in front of us. If this is feeling great, we're going to hold right here. If you want to add a little bit of movement, we're just going to start to pulse the arms up and down just a little bit. So this is a small movement. And as you're going along here, maybe you see if you can lean back little increments at a time, just a little bit further, while still maintaining that good form. Still feeling that work happening in the front abdominals. Good, let's take one more breath here. Good, inhale breath, we come up. Exhale breath, let's take a forward fold. Let the belly soften. Let the hands come wherever they feel comfortable, whether that's on the knees or the shins, maybe down by the ankles or the floor. Or maybe that's just resting our forearms down onto our legs. As you're ready, start to sit back up, slowly bringing yourself all the way back up into our seated position, spine long. Good, we're gonna go through one more abdominal sequence. So sort of like we just did, we're gonna lean back. We're gonna use our hands to find that spot where we're feeling the work. Shoulders back and down. Arms are gonna extend out in front of us. This time we're gonna bring our palms to face in towards center. And now we're just gonna start to reach. So we're pretending we're reaching our fingertips forward, alternating right to left. So this is going to start to get into these side abdominal muscles a little bit more, the obliques. Again, this is just a really small movement, right to left. Try not to hold the breath here. Good, last breath. Good, let's inhale, come up. And then again, exhale and fold. So maybe forearms are coming down, or maybe we fold a little deeper, letting the chest start to come a little bit more towards the legs. Next inhale breath, let's slowly come up. Good. Now we're going to move through 5 rounds of just a basic seated sun salutation in our chair. So let's start, hands relaxed, get the shoulders a roll down onto the back, sit up nice and tall, take a breath. Good, we're going to breathe in, send our arms up overhead. As we exhale, we're going to bend our elbows, finding a cactus arm. We're going to inhale, send our arms back up. Exhale, we're going to find forward fold. So again, you find that variation of forward fold that works well for you and your body. On our inhale, we're just going to lift a little bit. So we're going to start to lift our chest, re-lengthen our spine, and then exhale, and we're going to forward fold again. On our inhale breath, we're going to press down through our feet, and we're either going to roll up or we're going to hinge up, sending our arms all the way back up. And we're going to exhale, finding our cactus arm again. Breathe in, send your arms up. Maybe the gaze follows. Exhale, palms touch, and we bring our hands down to our heart center, and we release. Good. Again, breathe in, arms go up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, Slowly forward fold. Engage the belly. Maybe use the hands, slide them down, or rest them on top of the knees. Lengthen with your inhale breath. Grow even longer through your spine. Exhale, soften and fold. Good. Big breath in. Press down into the earth with your feet. Lift up with the arms. Exhale. Bend the elbows, open the chest. Good. Breathe in, arms reach. Exhale, release hands to heart center. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms go back up. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Chest comes forward. Exhale, soften into your fold. Inhale, we come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press, lift, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Good. Last time through. Breathe in, big. Reach up, really lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows, shoulders down. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, lengthen, and release as you exhale back into your fold. Press, lift, reach up. Exhale, bend those elbows one last time. Breathe in, reach towards the sky, and then exhale, palms come together. Bring the thumbs all the way down to the heart center, and maybe let the chin follow as well. We'll take a couple breaths here. Last breath in, and let it go. Let's slowly come back up. Let our hands come down. Good, so from here, we're gonna sit back just a little bit in our chair. We wanna make sure that we're really firmly seated here as we move into one last little abdominal exercise. This one's also gonna work the legs a little bit too. So we have a couple options. We're gonna move our feet back just a little bit, so now our heels are slightly back behind the knees. So you can either lean forward, reach your arms back behind you, and then sweep your arms up as you inhale. So this will be, we'll call option one, reaching up, and then leaning forward, extending the arms back. Another option is to leave the hands on the knees. As we lean forward, we're gonna see if we can lift and actually hover our seat off the chair, feel the quads engage, and then slowly sit back down. So you'll feel a lot of work in the legs here as well as your abdominal muscles. You lean forward, lift just a little bit, and then slowly and carefully sit back down. Again, you wanna make sure your chair is on a really steady surface if you're gonna take this option. We don't want our chair sliding out and away from us as we're moving up and down here. So lifting up and releasing down. Do a couple more. Last one. And then exhale. Good, shake out the legs. Release those muscles. Very nice. Let's walk our feet back one more time. Now all together, we're gonna come to standing. You're more than welcome to come to standing any way that you want to. If you're coming along with me, we're gonna take a big breath in. Exhale, reach back, lean the chest forward, nice long spine. And then use the arms and that momentum to lift yourself up. And exhale. Let the arms come down. Good, let's meet back behind our chairs. All right, so now we're standing in our Tadasana position. So feet are about hips distance apart. For some people, that may mean the feet are a little bit closer together. For others, you might like to take a little bit wider stance, so maybe standing towards the outer hips rather than the inner hip bone. Root down into the feet. Stand up nice and tall. Relax the arms down to the sides. And we give the shoulders a roll down onto the back. Take a breath in and out. One more, breathe in and out. Very nice. We're going to bring our fingertips to the chair. Maybe walk our feet back just a little bit so we have a little bit of room. We're just going to start to bend into the knees a little bit and then straighten back up. So we bend and we straighten. And we want to make sure that our knees are coming straight out. Good. Just a little bend and lift. Keep the back nice and long. If you want to do this with your hands at heart center, you're more than welcome to. We'll challenge the balance just a little bit more. Let's do two more. Good. This time let's come down and we're going to hold. So again, fingertips are on the chair, or hands can be at heart center. Another option would be to extend the arms straight out in front of you. Let's see if we can hold for two more breaths. Make sure most of your weight is back in your heels. Good. Big breath in, reach up tall. And exhale, release. Arms come all the way down. Good. From here, we're going to widen our stance just a little bit. So maybe taking our feet outside of the chair. And then we're going to take our right toes and we're going to turn them out towards the right side. And you may need to adjust that back heel just a little bit. And we want our right heel roughly lined up with the heel or the arch of the opposite foot. Hands are going to start on the chair. Our chest is facing mostly forward, trying to square our hips towards the front as much as we can. They may want to turn a little bit, and that's okay too. We're just going to start to find a little bend into that knee. So starting to work into our warrior two position. Always making sure that knee is tracking out about in the same direction as the toes. Just making sure that the knee's not coming too far forward or back. Just finding that little movement here. If you're feeling nice and balanced, you might try to bring the hands up to the heart center. Good. Let's do two more. And then we're going to hold in our warrior two. Good. So bend that knee and see if you can hold here. Good. Stay nice and long through the spine. Hands can stay on the chair, hands can stay at heart center, or you might explore opening the arms out, straight out from the shoulders, reaching out long through the fingertips. Gaze can stay forward, or maybe you gaze out over those right fingertips. Make sure you're still pressing some weight into that back left foot as well, keeping it flat on the floor. Maybe check in with that knee now and then. Make sure it's not collapsing into center. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Very nice. If you extended the arms, start to bring them back to heart center, and then maybe release hands to the chair. Slowly straighten that leg, and then turn that foot forward. And now we're back into that wide stance. Take a breath in. Exhale, just find a gentle forward fold. If you need to soften the knees a little bit, go ahead and do that. We're keeping our back nice and flat. Hands can stay at the top of the chair, or maybe you walk the hands down to the lower part of the chair. Maybe slightly tuck the chin, take the gaze down, lengthening through the back of the neck. And we'll take two more breaths here. Again, remember that may be more or less breaths. Always finding your natural rhythm, natural breath. Let's walk the hands back up, bend the knees a little deeper, and then bring ourselves all the way back up. Straightening through the legs, bringing the spine long. And we'll go ahead and switch sides. So now left toes will turn out. Again, adjust that right foot as needed. You may like to turn the foot in slightly. Hands can stay on the chair to start, and we'll start to bend into that knee on this other side now. Good. Again, moving at your own pace. We always want to move mindfully in yoga. We want to observe the areas of our body that are moving, noticing where we're feeling the muscles working, where we're feeling a stretch, basically where we're feeling sensation. Trying to keep our mind in the present moment. If you want to explore bringing hands to heart center, go for it. And we'll just do a few more here. Good. This time let's bend and hold in our warrior two position. Hands can stay on the chair or at heart center, or maybe open those arms out and maybe take that gaze over those left fingertips now. See if you can find your breath here. Good. Last breath. And now we slowly start to come back out of it. Hands maybe come back to heart center, back to the chair. Slowly straighten that leg, turn the toes forward. We'll take one more wide leg forward fold, deep breath in. Exhale, we start to hinge at the hips so the back stays nice and flat as we hinge forward. And we come down only as far as we need to feel that sensation, feel that stretch. Maybe in the back of the legs. Good, let's take one more breath. Good, slowly bend the knees and start to walk yourself up. And come all the way up. Good, let's walk our feet in. You can either heel toe the feet in or just step, step. Bring the feet back to center, back into our mountain pose. From here, we're just gonna lift up onto the balls of the feet and then lower the heels back down. So the heels are lifting up, and we're lowering back down. Lift and lower. Lift. Strengthening the muscles in our calves, in our feet. Trying to stay even and balanced on both feet as we lift up and come down. And then again, maybe we explore bringing hands to heart center, or maybe one hand stays on the chair, other hand comes to heart center, or maybe to the hip. So many options in yoga. You can bring both hands to the hips. Again, moving slowly, knowing there's no rush. Lift up, feeling really strong, and lower with control. Good, let's do a couple more. Good, on this last one, can we lift and hold? So we can lift those heels up. They don't have to be very high off the floor here. Try to keep the weight even. Take one more breath. And exhale. Good. Let's bend one knee and then the other. Stretch it out a little bit. Very nice. And then shake the legs out. And we're going to meet back in our chairs as we get ready to close out our class today. Good. So finding that seat again. Feet planted, long through the spine, give the shoulders a roll down onto the back. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale out of the mouth. Good, breathe in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more, breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Very nice. Let's relax our hands down by our sides. Bring one arm up overhead. Stay right here. Or option to lean a little bit, finding a side stretch, taking the arm up and overhead, lengthening through the side body. Try to keep both sitting bones firmly planted in the chair. You can hold on to the chair. You could also keep your hand resting on your lap. Really breathe into the side body here. Good, slowly come up and release. Switching sides, and the other arm up overhead. Holding right here, or maybe taking it over, creating a little bit more length, a little more opening through the side body. Hand to the side or hand on the lap. Gazing wherever it's most comfortable always, whether that's looking up, straight ahead, or down. Good, next inhale, reach that arm back up. Exhale to release. Good, we'll take it into a twist here. Breathe in, let's send both of our arms up overhead. And then exhale, twisting towards the right side. We'll take one more deep breath here. And then we'll slowly switch. Breathe in through center. And exhale. Over to the other side. Breathe in, come back up through center. And exhale, bring the hands back to heart. Good. Let's slowly release the chin back towards the chest. Take a few moments here, reconnect with your breath. Maybe see if you can cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for your practice today, for taking this time. Feeling grateful for your breath and for your body and all that it's capable of doing. And as you're ready, slowly bring the head up and let the hands come back down. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you for bearing with me. It's been a little while since I filmed a video, so I'm just trying to get back into the swing of teaching again and filming again. Pardon the bloopers that may have happened throughout the class. I thank you all so much once again for joining me. I hope you've all been well. Take care and have a great day. Bye.